What's going on? What's going on? This y'all boy, Battle Rap Chuck 92. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. A Verb and JC, kind of like, low key going at it again. I heard JC interview, I think from Hip Hop Is Real or 15 Minutes of Fame, one of them. They asked him about Verb and I guess Surf. And I think they asked him about Lux too. And he just responded to Sue Surf and Verb and just basically just saying, these two dudes just now lost to females. Which is, which is true. So JC actually had, a good point. Now, Verb responds, which I thought was only 6 minutes when I first heard about it. I only seen 6 minutes. And then I would say maybe about like an hour later or 2 hours later, I seen that Verb was actually talking about JC for almost dang near 30 minutes. Now, this right here is a part of promotion if a battle was booked. And if a battle and if this battle was not booked, then it is what it is, but it should draw of course the owner's, attention, and they should, basically, move forward as far as, trying to book this. Like, we all know Verb said that he's retiring, right? We all know that. We all know Verb is, retiring. But the thing is, though, this might sound like a little crazy, but it's true. But when you retire, regardless if it's the rap game, regardless if it's the battle rap game, they both kind of the same thing because it's rapping. You might just be that person in a battle maybe once a year. Probably every 2 years. Probably every 3 years. Probably 2 times in that 1 year. And then when the next year comes, you don't hear about that person no more. That's just how it goes. And me personally, I know Verb is doing other things than battle rap. I know he is. I listen to Verb music. A lot. Verb actually has dope music. He was doing his podcast thing, at first. But, now he's doing like the blog as far as like, how relationships work and what women shouldn't do to men and what men shouldn't do to women. And, Verb is doing all type of stuff. Verb said he's actually doing acting right now. So if you getting good change back, from that, it's just kind of a little complicated for you to maybe focus on battle rap. It just might be. You know what I mean? And to be honest with y'all, when I saw the A Verb and Tay Rock battle, I'm like, okay, this battle was kind of like barely getting promoted. And then when they tried to promote it, Tay Rock and Verb, like they were smiling and look, I don't blame that. Why? Because Tay Rock been up in the game too long, and so has A Verb. They're up in a time where they don't come off like pit bulls no more. You know what I mean? So when you make it at like a certain time, it might be a little hard for you to get back in that zone. So the first thing I thought about was, this battle probably should have been happened. A lot of people not like maybe us, maybe the dudes that's like up in their 30s or maybe like late 20s, like 27, 28. Maybe, we want to see it. But then as far as the other stuff that's on the card, it's dang near more interesting than A Verb and Tay Rock. I'm like, so that's one. So then, you also, both of you guys are also trying to get ready to go against these females, and I would say like the next week or 2 weeks on the Kings and Queens card. Tay Rock gotta go against Official. Verb gotta go against Miss Hustle. And then on top of that, you guys didn't want nobody up in that room. And then on top of that, you guys actually had to go last. I'm just like looking at this. I'm like, I don't think this battle was gonna be good, man. And when I heard like some of the bars, and then it's just like, of course, like a moment of silence. I'm like, you know what? I said this battle was gonna be very, 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 very terrible. And to be honest with y'all, let's just say a terrible battle goes down. A villain like a verb, they just say verb loss. That's what some people, not everybody. Because if anybody feel like Tay Rock won, then they feel like Tay Rock won. It's that simple. But you know, Tay Rock had certain bars I didn't like in that. Verb energy was low. Tay Rock energy was kind of low. Right? So that was terrible. So then as far as like when like the next time, you know what I'm saying, comes around, as far as for Verb to get prepared for his hustle, I see Verb as far as like the promoting. He was promoting like crazy. He was doing his thing, you know what I'm saying, as far as the promotion. But when it got down to it, hustle energy was up. The girls was cheering, and next thing you know, I gotta admit, hustle did beat Verb. She did. But Verb kind of went up in there as of like he wasn't really, I don't know, like he wasn't really feeling it, like he wasn't really like prepared, as of like he wrote in like 2 days. And before this, Verb was actually doing like a couple of blogs and things like that, you know what I'm saying, before, you know what I'm saying, he was going against before he was going against Miss Hustle. But his promotion for the Kings versus Queen card was just so good. It was just so good to the point where you just want to just stay in tune with it. And you could be that way and then come with some different type of material when you get ready to rap against the female. Verb message up in there was, y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all women, you know, like y'all women say that y'all want this, and then y'all say that y'all want that. We supposed to be always like the bad guys all the times. But it's like sometimes, like when we come up in the house, like when we had like a, you know what I'm saying, like when we had Daniel like a long day at work, y'all can't even ask us, you know what I'm saying, like how, you know what I'm saying, like how our day went. And to me, that was a very creative way to come in at. You guys could try to, I know people was gonna be like, you gotta be BSing on this. But I just don't think so. I think Verb did have good material. It just didn't come out, I would say maybe aggressive to like maybe aggressive enough, and it probably just didn't come out just straightforward enough for y'all. He had a way different material. He didn't come up in there like be this and then be that, and you know what I'm saying, you know, calling female hoe and all that, you know. It was a different type of material. So my whole thing is that yes, Sue Surf and Verb most definitely lost to females. They did. And that was facts from JC. But then when I was listening to Verb blog about JC, some of it was comedy, some of it was facts. Some of it was like, you know. But you know what I'm saying, but you gotta like look at it. Verb could be like looking at JC like, hey, I give you your props all the time, but every time my name get mentioned, you wanna say something negative. We understand it's battle rapping, but at the end of the day, I'm just really, really just tired of you talking about me when these owners don't book me against you. Why are you still talking about me, but these owners, the URL owners or whoever's trying to book it, would not book a Verb versus JC? Why they won't do that? Other than that, keep my name out your mouth. That's how I felt like Verb was coming off as far as like to JC. And even like with me like listening to math, when people were saying, oh, well, JC be taking like Robin Shaw, he be taking like these random people, which is true. But then when he brought up Charlie Clips be doing that, he said Charlie Clips messed around and got Lux. And my whole thing is that battle rappers that's higher than you, they gonna say what you can't do. They gonna say why you can't get them. They gonna say all type of stuff, right? But then when you put a person back against the wall and you constantly putting pressure on them, They gotta respond. And once that bag get thrown up in their face, it's a wrap. They ready to go. Cause you ain't saying no to no bread. I'm sorry. You not saying no to no bread. To be honest with you, I feel like 95% of the battle rappers will go up in there, don't turn down the bread, and rather just go up in there and just have some sloppy material because they not turning down no bread. And I'm not saying that for Verb because I'm pretty sure Verb, as far as vet wise, you know what I'm saying, he should be getting paid pretty good or whatever. But one thing I'm not here to do, I'm not here to count nobody's pockets. That's what I'm not here to do. But my whole thing is that if JC is constantly like putting pressure on the wall, Sue Surfer and Verb will come outside for JC. But if JC just chill back and just be like, man, I ain't worried about them. Well, guess what? They definitely not worried about you. They definitely not worried about you. And you gotta understand, when Lux was saying Verb ain't did enough, Verb constantly kept putting pressure on Lux. Then when he went against Mook, I don't care what nobody say, he beat Mook. And they know, Lux, you gotta come outside, bruh. That's what JC should be doing. Put pressure on these dudes. Put pressure on them. And I guarantee you they will respond. Just like what Mav said. If you have a JC versus a Verb, if that was on a card today and it was announced and then it come on like next week or 2 weeks, even tomorrow, everybody gonna tune in for it. That's facts. That's facts. Everybody could call JC names, talking about he poor and all that. Everybody could say Verb is no longer good. He not a legend no more, whatever. But you guys are going to tune in for that. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's just keep it a buck. So JC versus Verb, yes, I want to see it. This is Battle Rap Chuck 92 saying that I want to see it. If I have to blog on it again, I'm just like letting it be known. This is like what I want to see. But this is your boy Battle Rap Chuck 92. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Gone.